Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I've woken up and I'm feeling a bit anxious. Um, Not so much about the twin flame journey, but I almost wish it could make up for like other stuff that's going on in my life. I honestly sometimes like wish I could just come on here and be like lacquer, good vibes, but I've woken up feeling anxious and I keep getting like readings about my masculine, and it's like he's so calm and like it's really peaceful, and I'm like, I'm not calm and peaceful. But anyways, well, thank God it's not two people anxious. um I almost just wish I could be with him in that energy, but alas, tis not what it is meant to be right now. Anyways, okay, so happy Tuesday. It's just a moment, so if you're in the anxiety energy, let's try and clear some of it out, and focus on what we need to focus on, which is love and which is the divine plan, and also discovering our true passions and our true joys. And yeah, let's see what message is meant for us this morning. It's actually not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Brilliant stuff on my part. Sorry. Okay, so immediately we're getting the King of Swords energy. Okay, so this masculine is in energy that is very much so like he's almost just flowing with life at the moment. It's actually very gorgeous energy. It's a patient energy. It's a steady energy, and it's calculated in a way. This masculine is not making any like moves unnecessarily. He's not making moves without thinking about it first. He's planning everything. And he's really, really seeking that balance in his life again. So this masculine, it's being very much highlighted what is good for him and what isn't. He is searching for that feeling of wholeness again, and for so long he hasn't felt like that. And ultimately he's finding a deeper love for himself. He's really, really focusing on self right now. And it's beautiful. So feminines, it's a time that I have this really, really big feeling that we are going to be triggered. If you're in this collective, we're going to be triggered with jealousy, and that feeling of being left behind, and that abandonment feeling, and that feeling of not being good enough and not being successful enough. There's a lot that's falling away in our lives, and because our masculines are kind of feeling a bit sturdy and whole and all of that, it's not a time to be jealous, and it's not a time to be envious. It's a time to be happy for other people. Everyone's seeds come in at different times, and this masculine's been through a hell of a lot this year. We've been told constantly throughout readings and readings and readings that he's struggling, and finally there's peace and there's calm, and as feminines are actually a bit taken aback the fact that they are in such a good space. And for me, it's brought up a lot of jealousy and a lot of like envy and abandonment issues, and it's almost like I wish I could be happier for him, but I'm really struggling because I am stressed out about certain things in my life. So it's really, really good that the masculines are in these energy. It doesn't mean that they're leaving us behind. It means that they're closer to us than ever before, actually. It's all about perception. I love me because I like be saying, like, when I'm in this shitty, jealous space that I get myself into, I say things that are the truth with the most monotone expression because I'm like, whatever. But I'm trying. Literally what I was just saying is that they are closer to us than ever before. Okay. I'm not feeling these 3 cards. There we go. Firstly, just side note, there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of pentacles. This masculine is putting stuff into place. This masculine is going through a major reconnecting with his heart chakra with his mind, and I think that that's why the peace is coming into his life, is because he's starting to do things that are in alignment with both his soul and his mind, his heart and his mind, and ultimately it's creating a beautiful frequency and flow in his life. He's very, very high vibrational right now, so if you're not connecting with your masculine, it's actually because he's vibing really, really high and needs this time to really connect with his higher self so that he can reach that frequency again. I know this is going to sound a bit woo-woo, but it's what I think is that, like, I get tastes of how it is to be in my flow, and by remembering that feeling, it like motivates me to get there again. So I really think that this masculine is sitting in this higher self energy right now and just culminating in it, and really, really like just exploring it a bit and exploring this happiness that he hasn't felt for so freaking long. It's really, really good. It's really, really good. I think Spirit is also saying, like, use it as a source of inspiration as well. Queen of Hearts has popped up. So, as much as you may not feel like you're in this heart space, or think that the masculine sees you like this, he does. You're actually a huge inspiration to him. As I was saying, inspiration. Your love is a huge inspiration to him. It's almost like I also have been getting a huge back pain on the right side of my back. So I think that a lot of us are very stressed out about personal things right now. Family, work, life, next steps. And that's okay. It's okay. You have options. And this masculine will always have your back energetically. So if you don't feel like he has your back, like, you know, sorry, I don't know why I'm crying. He's really, really, he feels very passionate about you. But it's almost like Spirit is saying, like, you've been sitting in that Queen of Hearts energy for so long, like, let yourself breathe a bit and, like, have fun with it. Have fun with that energy. Get playful with that energy. Like, love yourself differently in ways that will surprise yourself even. Like, connect with that inner child and that heart of yours. Like, it's almost like you've been sitting in that Queen of Hearts energy, but it's had a bit of like a Queen of Swords vibe. And it's like, now reconnect with that inner playfulness that you were. Like, I went for a walk yesterday with my friend, and I was remembering, like, when I was a kid, like, I would just pretend to be, like, you would pretend with your friend. I would always, like, look at a friend, like, when we were in this beautiful new place, and I'd be like, we're in this world, and it's like, da-da-da. And then you, like, make up shit, like, you know, just kid stuff. And it was fun yesterday to just, like, even remember doing that, because it means I'm connecting with that inner child that was magic and just viewed the world as a playground. And that's almost what Spirit is saying. Shame, Spirit doesn't like seeing me cry. Like, they immediately like make me remember something cute. Because ultimately by connecting with this, you're going to be able to communicate with yourself more truthfully and communicate with others more truthfully, because you're going to be from a space of you know, that inner innocence again, that inner trust again. I think that that's a big thing here, is that by connecting with that inner child heart, you're going to be able to trust more. Because the collective that I'm talking to, the reason that things have not moved as quickly as you wanted has been largely due to the fact that you didn't trust your masculine. There has been little trust between you and him, and whether there's good reason or not, what's happening right now is there's a huge breakdown in your ego that's happening. There's a huge ego, there's a mini, I just think we have multiple ego deaths throughout our journey here. You may be experiencing a bit of a mini ego death right now because of the blockages in your heart, and because of that lack of trust. So I think that the feminines are really working on their trust issues right now, and because of the peace energy that he is exuding, we're able to have that space to do so, because we're able to experience like the peace and the comfort that he is actually on this planet to provide this earth and you. I don't know why I'm crying. It's just sometimes, like, you know, sometimes you feel like he doesn't, like, you're not part of his world. And sometimes I feel like I'm competing with the rest of the world. But that's my ego, I know. I've got a day of healing. As you can see, there's a day of meditation and healing for me up ahead. Anyways, so this peaceful energy, this breakdown in ego is ultimately actually serving for you to have a crown chakra, a bit of a crown chakra opening as well, but also it's making room for a new space, for a new beginning in your life. And it's going to ultimately change the dynamics of this communication and this relationship, because that's been a huge blockage in this connection, is communication. Yeah, the flow of communication hasn't been authentic because you haven't trusted him. You've had lots of doubts, and it's a lot to do with the fact that you have also been projecting a lot of your past hurts onto him. And the easy route out is to say that he has been shady, which I personally think sometimes my masculine has been a bit shady. But at the same time, like, I have brought a lot of my baggage onto him, and that's not fair. So, like, I think the reason I'm also emotional is because I've really been triggered the shit out of myself. Like, I love purging my emotions, and I've got a lot of, like, inner wounds. I'm just a little lamb that's been really hurt in this life, you know. But there's a warrior inside of me, and it's coming out, and I'm purging, and I'm getting stronger. But strength actually means trusting. It's easy to walk with this world thinking no one loves you and no one has your back and you're alone. Like, my soul craves connection with this man, and I'm going to get myself to that place where I can handle it. And I think that a lot of us are there. So I'm maybe going to do like a bit of a video later on like insecurities and shit like that when I've meditated and I've thought about it, and maybe make a podcast. I'm going to link my podcast below. I think a lot of twin flames will enjoy it. It's very relatable, free-spirited, not mundane. So yeah, the overall energy is also the Queen of Clubs. So this is a very gentle energy as well. So you're also going to be stepping into a peaceful, gentle energy. And also this, I feel like, is also the masculine connecting with this feminine side, which is bringing a lot of this peace in. So ultimately, there's a huge amount of progress happening, a huge amount of healing. And this is really a big step in creating a solid foundation for the relationship going forward, because you cannot be with your masculine if you do not love yourself and have enough confidence, because this collective, we're dealing with a masculine that is incredibly charming, incredibly good looking, and also someone that isn't going to allow us to go back to old toxic feminine programs. And he doesn't deserve that either. So I got this thing from God like 2 weeks ago, and it was like, you're not going to be led into his life if you're going to hurt him. And it's hard, like, accepting that, like, a lot of the things that you have done or did hurt people, and not necessarily just him. But a lot of people in the past have probably got the brunt of that toxic feminine, you know. But shit, you know what? I'm trying, and you're trying, and if you're on this energy today, like, I'm sending you love, and I know you're sending me love, and we've got this. We're ultimately helping the rest of humanity change as well. So look at the bigger picture here. We're purging for the collective. And we're here for a bigger purpose. Speak your truth. Trust. And don't let your ego get the best of you. Jealousy is not an option. It's pointless. But I've got such issues with it. Anyways. Okay. Lots of love and light, and I'll check in later. Bye.